Good afternoon, good evening, good night, or good morning, whenever you're watching this episode. So, as you can see, today we're in a classroom. I am Daivat Mehta, this is
Gorham,
and this is 15-minute rush. For today's topic, I want to talk about dealing with exhaustion in the pursuit of your goals. You like the topic, Reed?
I like that topic. There's a lot to talk about.
Well,
and with that
take it
said,
away.
we're starting the 30-second warning timer, and this is 15-minute rush.
So, right off the bat, I want to mention about how since the start of college, which is like 2 months in, I feel that I've been like really social. I've been meeting people. I've been going to classes, which you should. I've been playing tennis, a lot of things. I've been going on run clubs and everything. And I feel that in the time that I was spending in meeting people or just pursuing the goal to be like to get somewhere, to achieve something, I felt that I underlooked what my body needed, or like overlooked. I don't know what the right term would be. Like I kind of ignored it, and I did not give myself enough rest as much as it needed. Yes, I did get 8 hours of sleep, but sometimes you need more. Sometimes you need more water. You need more food. You need to just maintain your peace. You can't be going to events or things every day and hoping that things are going to work out. And that's why I feel that today we should discuss about how you as a college student or just a lovely person watching our podcast might also be facing a similar problem. What do you say, Creed?
Yeah, I thought you touched on a really good point. Like, when we're so involved in everything, our brains just kind of like omit like basic things, like
Yes.
sometimes I'll be so busy with an assignment or like in the case of midterms, oh my god. So this is kind of gonna go into like how I've experienced exhaustion and burnout in a sense. So midterms just wrapped up. Yesterday was the very last day for midterms. Thank the Lord. we're halfway there, guys. And during this time, I thought the entire period, like everybody was like at the beginning of midterms, they're all like, oh, I have so many assignments. I have like 3 midterms to do. I have like a project, a test. I was like, I don't really have any of that.
Yes.
And then all of my professors gave me every midterm like in the middle of the week.
Wow.
And one of my my art professor gave us a midterm project to do over the weekend. And it was 3 drawings of drapery.
Oh. Okay.
So like hanging sheets and
like
stuff.
curtains and stuff.
Yeah, curtains, cloth, and oh my gosh, I have peanut M&M in my throat.
You want water?
Actually, I got Arizona right here.
Oh, that's fine.
Shut up, Matt. I see you laughing. But yeah, no, we were drawing drapery, and I remember I was in the library. I was in the Scribe Cafe just firing down coffee.
Oof.
Did not eat anything. I was on 4 cups of coffee.
Wow.
And I did not eat a single scrap of food since breakfast that morning, and I had a very light breakfast. And it's just like, I realized after the fact, when I was at a rehearsal for a show that's coming up, may I plug?
Do it.
Okay. Guys, depending on when you see, actually no, when this is posted, Sweeney Todd over at Cornell will be probably in Tech Week, and it is a really good show. The cast is super duper talented. The theater group.
Cast?
Yeah, I'm in the cast.
That's why it's super duper talented.
Yeah. Oh shucks. It's hosted by Melodramatics, the theater club there over in Cornell, and the tickets are only $3. So if you got $3 to spare and you got a free weekend on November 14th through the 16th at 7 p.m. and on the Saturday show, it's at 2:30 p.m. We would love to see you guys there. We're trying to get the word out.
Awesome.
But yeah, as I was saying, it wasn't until that rehearsal that I realized I was malnourished, basically. And like I was literally like I didn't eat anything, and like it felt so like it hit me all at once because the caffeine wore off.
Yeah.
And so it's like I would say it's a very dangerous game that you play when you're in like the grind of
Yes.
midterms, you know?
That's so true. And I think when you say grind, I get reminded of this topic that we were also discussing talk about once, which is about the idea of the obsessive mindset, you know. And I feel while I do align with it a lot, that like get obsessed with your work and put everything in it, I feel the push of it in social media has caused us to believe that whatever we are doing is less than what the neighbor is doing.
Or like do you feel like everything has to be a grind?
Yes,
like
exactly.
Even like hobbies that you're passionate
It has
about.
like sort of put it into this container that if you're not grinding, you're not winning or you're not doing good in life. And I feel that all of us are like, at the end of the day, we feel unconsciously or subconsciously that yes, I need to grind. But I feel that along with the grind, remember, you have to have a healthy mindset. It's a good mindset to have, to work your butt off and achieve something. But is it worth it at the cost of your peace? That's a question you should ask yourself.
Ooh.
Like, I love working. I love playing tennis. I love waking up at 6 in the morning, reading a book or writing questions or discussing philosophy. But I don't like it when I'm not in the perfect state to do it. I don't want to feel pressured that I'm lacking behind or I'm lagging. And by the way, I took 2 gap years, I am way behind than what my peers would be at. I went to college late, but it wasn't at the cost of my happiness or my peace. And I thank my parents that they allowed me to do that. They helped me find my route through life. And I feel that throughout, while I do agree that I sometimes think that I'm back or like I'm behind my people of my age, I feel I'm at peace, Because there's a lot of people out there who did everything right. They went to college with good grades and they did everything. I'm not trying to say that what they did was wrong. I'm just saying that everybody has problems.
Yeah.
But as long as you work your way through life, happy or peace, and also achieve the grind mindset,
yeah,
you're gonna be happy. Don't exhaust yourself.
And everybody, like, I guess I don't want to say I guess, like, I could relate to what you're saying because I am a very big performing guy, and maybe I'm just like in the performing mindset right now because the show's coming up. But in the theater realm and like in the acting space and film space in particular, or in like the musical theater space, there's like this expectation, like almost like, or like this glamification of people that are like only 18 or 19 or 20 that are scoring big roles on Broadway.
Yes.
Like the next prodigy, like the next superstar and stuff like that. And like, it happens, I feel like it happens a lot more now, but maybe I'm just jaded to it. Maybe.
No, I totally agree with that.
There's also like, I guess like an early example of that would be like Justin Bieber, but I feel like when you see all these young actors like just get thrusted into the spotlight, it almost makes you feel like internally or like subconsciously like you need to be at this level by the time you're 20. Like if you don't start booking gigs by the time you're like 22,
what are you doing with life?
Exactly. And that's just not the right way to think of it at all.
I totally agree with you.
It's so dangerous, and as somebody who used to like previously subscribe to that like all or nothing, like grind mindset, I feel I've taken a much more lax approach to that stuff, which also kind of makes me nervous, but it's fine. Yes. As somebody who used to subscribe to that, it really will kill your love for it. Yes. And like, I feel like a counter argument that you hear sometimes is like, oh, well, even if you don't love it that day, still do it. Yes. Yeah, and that's what will separate you from the rest. Yeah, but
that's actually a really good point, because to grow, you do need consistency. Mm-hmm. And I would say, yes, like do the thing you love every day and push through it. Like, like you assign yourself some time to achieve certain goals. So that means you have to push through it. You have to do it when you're not feeling it. You have to do it when you're not happy. You have to do it when you're sad. Mm-hmm. But understand there's a very thin line between pushing through and being consistent and pushing through and breaking yourself down.
Mm.
You know, because I trained really hard and I achieved like great levels of physicality with my coach, and I feel I'm really happy that they pushed me when I didn't want to push myself. But at
Yeah.
the same time, they were also really understanding that I'm not overdoing it.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need to know, that pushing through is a great thing. That's a great quality to have, to be disciplined and consistent. But at the same time, you have to have the awareness that I need a break. My body needs a break. And if you feel that, let's take it in a direction that taking a break is one thing, but how do you make sure that you can still go? Like, what are other ways to make sure that you're being consistent and also mentally aware at the same time? Like writing down a journal, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like meditating. There are lots of things out there for you to understand yourself.
Or can I even add to that? Like, say you're burning out, in quotes, on like one specific aspect. Like, say you're burning out in tennis during at one point in the season. If you take up something that's like in that realm, like running or something, like cardio, like for theater, I find like the best way for me to go about living as creatively as possible, which that's something that I hold really dearly to my heart.
Great motto.
Is you can't just shoehorn yourself in one thing for too long, you know? You could go on a binge of like, oh, I only want to do musical theater, I want to focus on this. But that's in part why I took up that art class, to expand the range, like expand the palette. I'm remaining creative.
And you can't narrow yourself down.
Yeah, like, but like when you're like taking like the art class, or you're picking up an instrument or something, you're broadening your horizons. You're remaining with the overall goal of being creative, but
as you said, like not just being creative, but to be a better person, right? At the end of the day, I think you and me both, we agree that whatever we do is, of course, for our personal success. Is it monetary or emotional, or I don't know, like family wise, you know, you want to get settled or something, but our goal should be to be a better human being. And if living creatively does that for you, being consistent and disciplined does that for you, or grinding does that for you. But remember that is an important goal to have. That's a good goal to have, to be a better person than you were yesterday. And if you ensure that, I know it's distracting, he's playing Pokemon.
I know.
That's so awesome. But anyways, if you stay in line with that I will be a better person tomorrow and today, it's tough to get exhausted, because at the end of the day you're getting this moral satisfaction too. And things like meditation, breathing techniques, going on long walks in nature, or journaling, you know, writing down your thoughts, that helps you identify what went wrong and what went right.
yeah,
And that's a great thing to do.
yeah. I could not preach the benefits of journaling enough. As somebody, we're at a minute 40 right now. As somebody who,
That's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Yeah.
we're good.
we're good. As somebody who has very scattered thoughts, and to kind of wrap everything up, one big takeaway I would say is you don't have to know everything all the time, all at once. And in times where it's like you're in midterms and it's grind time, and like you got so many assignments you have to lock in. Some things are gonna slip through the cracks, like remembering to do your laundry, remembering to make your bed when you get back to your dorm room, or take out the recycling, take out the garbage.
Yes.
And my advice to that is remember that you are human. You're capable of making mistakes, and something that is really helpful to like managing your like everyday, like what you need to just be well, is journaling. Like
Wow.
I cannot preach the benefits enough. Like I just got this last week, and I'm already like a fourth filled with it.
Wow. That's
But
good.
for everyone who just finished up midterms, you did a great job. Give yourself some grace. And yeah, here's to the second half of the semester. We're already second half of the year.
Remember, if you feel that things didn't go out your way in midterms, everybody's here to help you. I mean, of course, you're gonna think people are like, oh, he's mean to me, he's my enemy, or he doesn't want me to grow. No, everybody wants you to grow. Just call your parents. They're the ones who wish for you to grow. Find your friends.
Yeah.
They wish for you to do good. And if they don't, actually find better friends.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's some pretty good advice.
yeah, find better friends. That's what I would say. But you are, you're out here to grow. And as we enter the last 30 seconds, I want to bring up one thing that a friend of mine at running club said. I canceled running club like at last second because another friend wanted help, and they were like, oh my god, what are you doing? You were supposed to be in running club, and I'm so sorry, guys. I need to, I need to really help this friend out. And one of my friends said, it's okay, go be a good human. And I would say, for today's podcast, I would like to say that go be a good human.
Go be a good human.
Yes.
Yeah. Give yourself some grace. Hoorah! We're done with midterms. And this has been 15-Minute Rush.
Yes.
I'm Creed Gorham.
I'm Daivat Mehta, and that was our 5th episode. So today, go be a good human. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.